Hello and welcome to another video in our Critical Insights series dedicated to optimizing occupational therapy practice for individuals recovering from brain injuries. Today we're going to explore a powerful concept that underpins much of our work, operant conditioning, and how we apply it on a progressively demanding basis to help our clients regain crucial cognitive abilities. Imagine Peter, a bright but unruly teenage client of ours who is navigating the complexities of brain injury recovery. Peter, like many, faces challenges with cognitive focus, selective attention, and rapid
Come
serial
on, why won't
switching.
this fit?
What makes his journey particularly demanding, and something we constantly address, is his tendency to become easily frustrated and angry when faced with these cognitive hurdles. Yet, for true growth, he must be progressively challenged. So how do we find that delicate balance and ensure progress? At its core, operant conditioning describes how an organism's behavior is shaped by the outcomes that follow it. Think of it as learning through consequences. While B.F. Skinner, the pioneer scientist in this field, focused primarily on observable behaviors, modern neuroscience has revolutionized our understanding. We're now dissecting these principles at a much deeper neurobiological level, revealing the intricate neural circuits and molecular mechanisms at play. For now, the critical insight for occupational therapists is how previously neutral environmental stimuli can become powerful motivators. Here's a simplified breakdown. At its heart, operant conditioning is about learning through consequences. It describes how an organism's behavior is shaped by the outcomes that follow it. Modern neuroscience is now exploring the neural circuits and molecular mechanisms behind these principles. Our brains are wired to associate neutral environmental stimuli, like a sound, a sticker, or the sight of a coffee shop, with primary rewards, like food or coffee. This process turns those neutral cues into powerful motivators, known as conditioned stimuli, CSs. When a primary reward, like a treat or a pleasant experience, occurs, it sends a strong signal to specific dopamine-producing neurons in a brain area called the ventral tegmental area, VTA. At the same time, an initially neutral cue, the one we want to become a motivator, sends a weak signal to these same VTA dopamine neurons. Through a precise process within the VTA, the brain strengthens the connection between that neutral cue and the dopamine neurons. You can think of it as the brain learning to connect the two. After this strengthening, the previously weak signal from that neutral cue becomes powerful enough to independently activate the VTA dopamine neurons. This activation leads to the release of dopamine in another key reward region called the nucleus accumbens. This is how things like money, praise, or even a simple good job sticker become powerful secondary reinforcers. They acquire their motivational power by activating the same brain reward pathways as primary rewards. Dopamine, often called the brain's feel-good chemical, is crucial not just for pleasure but also for motivation, predicting future rewards, and driving us to exert effort. Dopamine is central to how we can leverage these neurobiological principles when working with individuals like Peter, especially to help them push through challenges. Now, how do we apply this to Peter, especially with his frustration and potential rage response? Our goal is to leverage these neurobiological principles on a progressively demanding basis, starting where he is. We begin with cognitive work simulation tasks that are achievable for Peter, ensuring early successes. For example, a simple task requiring sustained focus for a short duration. When Peter successfully completes a task or even shows improved effort, we provide immediate, consistent, positive reinforcement. While tangible rewards can be used, we lean heavily on verbal praise and feedback. Unlike tangible rewards, which can sometimes diminish intrinsic motivation, the over-justification effect, verbal praise enhances feelings of competence and autonomy, which are intrinsically rewarding. This is crucial for Peter as it fosters his internal drive rather than making him dependent on external incentives. We celebrate his effort, not just the results. As Peter masters a task, we slowly increase its difficulty. This might mean increasing the duration of focus required, adding more distractions for selective attention tasks, or speeding up the rate at which he needs to switch between tasks for rapid, serial switching exercises. This just right challenge is vital for stimulating the brain's natural drive for mastery. It prevents tasks from becoming too easy and boring, which would hinder progress, and also prevents them from becoming so difficult that they trigger his frustration and anger response. Remember your early training in occupational therapy about Robert White's contribution to the field, having to do with occupational competence and how crucial that is for our success in neurorehabilitation. Our ultimate aim is to cultivate Peter's intrinsic motivation, the internal drive for enjoyment, satisfaction, and a sense of challenge. This is critical for sustainable long-term engagement and success, and it activates brain regions like the prefrontal cortex, essential for higher-order thinking, problem-solving, and planning. We achieve this by giving him some autonomy or choice in his tasks when possible, showing him the purpose behind each exercise in relation to his personal goals, and constantly providing immediate feedback. When Peter sees the direct impact of his effort on improving his focus or attention, that progress itself becomes a powerful reward, creating a positive feedback loop. Consider how this applies to his specific cognitive needs. For cognitive focus, we might start with a simple sorting task, gradually increasing the number of items or the time he needs to concentrate without interruption. To improve selective attention, we introduce increasingly complex background distractions into his work simulations, reinforcing his ability to filter out irrelevant information. For rapid serial switching, we design tasks that require him to quickly shift between different rules or categories, reinforcing the speed and accuracy of his cognitive transitions. Each successful step, each small improvement in these cognitive domains, strengthens the neural connections in Peter's brain, leading to tangible progress. While systems like token economies are structured applications of operant conditioning that use external tokens, our focus with Peter is to transition him towards an internal reward system, where the feeling of accomplishment and the improvement itself become the primary motivators. By carefully tailoring our interventions to Peter's individual cognitive and emotional context, we can effectively use the principles of operant conditioning to help him strengthen his cognitive focus, selective attention, and rapid serial switching, all while proactively managing his frustration and fostering a lasting drive for improvement. Thank you for joining us today. In our next video, we'll delve deeper into specific cognitive simulation tasks and how we adapt them for different levels of recovery. You'll find other helpful information about the psychological aspects of occupational therapy on this channel.